Hi guys, it's April, and I have a book review for you. I will do this book review the same way I do all of my other book reviews. I will have the non-spoilery section up front, followed by the spoiled-filled dump of words that always happens because I am me, and that is pretty much what everyone has come to expect at this point. I will also preface this by saying that since this is the third book in a series, there are going to be spoilers for earlier books. Winter of the Witch by Katherine Arden is book 3 in the Winternight series. I have loved the full journey of this whole series, and this last book is no exception. We finally get the conclusion of Vasha's story as she's being torn in different directions in the human realm, and now in this last conclusion she's also being torn in different directions in the magical realm as well. The series brings in Russian mythology and Russian folklore so very well, and it has such a lyrical style to the writing that reminds me so much of Juliet Marillier, which is probably why I've grasped onto this series in the first place. It has a magical quality to it, which I really like. It's got Vasha, who's an extremely strong character, and here we bring back a lot of the old characters when we bring back the bear. So we can have this epic battle between the bear and the Winter King at the same time. We're having this battle in Russia for land that is actually based on real Russian history, which I think is the coolest thing ever. I like when authors take the real and they bring in the fantasy, and it builds up this backstory that at this point I just want to dive deeper into Russian mythology. I don't know a whole lot of it, but this whole series has really sparked my interest in it. I have heard some about Baba Yaga, but this brings in Midnight and the Midnight Path. It brings up Midday and Baba Yaga and a whole bunch of little tiny tidbits of Russian mythology that I just like so much. And in this final book, you get this very uncomfortable struggle for Vasha between all of the different things that she is pulled around through, and her still trying to figure out who she is, how to make a stand, at the same time keep herself in the process. I had so much anxiety when I was reading this book. So many things happened. There were times I just wanted to put this book down because it is a rough read, but rough in a good way. I think it is the perfect conclusion for this series overall. There are a lot of feels going on in this book. Of course, if you have made it to this point in my reviews, I'm guessing you've probably read the other books, so you are going to want to read this book, and we are going to have to exchange words because now starts my word field dump, because yeah, the biggest thing for me in this last book is the whole story of Solovey. At the very beginning, when we lost him, I wanted to throw the book across the room because Solovey is probably my all-time favorite character in this whole series. He is the reason I kept on picking up these books. I love him to death, but then we just killed him in a mindless mob and he never got a chance to get away, and it just, it irked me as I was reading through the whole story. It was the one thing I kept on grabbing onto, and I like how Solovey was the reason that she kept on going. Solovey and her friendship with him was where she got her strength from. It wasn't from her romantic relationship. It wasn't from seeking power. It wasn't necessarily to save her family, even though it was a little bit, but it was Solovey. It was that friendship. And I think friendships don't get enough showtime in novels like this, and so to see it here, I liked it a lot, especially since at the end we got him back. Even though we did lose Sasha at the end, we had to have loss. We couldn't have everyone come back and everything be hunky-dory. It wouldn't have worked out. There are so many things in this series altogether. I think I need to pick up a book of Russian folklore or Russian mythology. I need to brush up on all of that just to see where all of these tidbits are coming from, and then maybe come back and read the series again, because I think it would give me so much more depth to the story. Yes, this is a reread series for me. Tell me down below what your thoughts are on this series. I am devastated that it has ended, but I am content with where it ended. All the thoughts, all the feels. I heart your beautiful faces. Bye.